Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. I am currently on holiday, basically on a sort of rehearsal retreat because Edinburgh Fringe starts in a week for me. My show starts a week today, but that is not going to stop me from making this video because I was just browsing around and I've come across something very exciting that I'm sure lots of you already knew about. I'm a little late to the party on this, but over on Kickstarter, Peter Turner has the Psychic Survival Kit, which is up, and it looks very, very exciting. I've done a little browse of it, a little 2-minute browse, but I want to look closely on camera and talk about sort of my initial reactions of this, which is something I've done in the past for Ellusionist things. This is not an Ellusionist product at all. It's got nothing to do with them. It is Peter Turner through Pigcake, interestingly, releasing this project. So yeah, let's take a look and see what I think about Psychic Survival Kit. Alright, so this is Psychic Survival Kit, and I must say, even though it is not an Ellusionist product, it certainly looks like it. It's a very catchy thumbnail. Master the techniques of the psychic, predict, influence, survive. Very, very nice. Already has gathered 63,000 on Kickstarter at the time of recording, but it's got 20 days to go, so I'm sure it'll be more even by the time this video is up, which hopefully will be later today. I'm going to try and edit this and get it out quickly. This is it, story, here we go. The Psychic Survival Kit is the toolkit for the modern mind reader. How many times have we heard that? Probably not that exact sentence, but I think a lot of things claim to be that. Read tarot like a seasoned psychic without any prior knowledge. Give someone a crystal to hold and almost immediately it feels as if it's fused to their hand. No matter how much they try, they can't release it. That sounds like, to me, that sounds like just a psychological trick. I don't think the actual crystal will be doing anything. I might be wrong about that. Reveal the answer to a question that was never written down. Okay, guide a participant to use a pendulum to uncover hidden truths. Again, that is a very, very age-old principle, something I've actually taught myself in the past. It's a great principle, and it looks like it actually includes, it includes some very nice things. A pendulum. It includes a psychic velvet change bag. That is interesting. I like the sound of that. It actually includes crystals. Psychic Survival Guide, which I assume is the book. Stealth Billet book, looks like some sort of notebook for mentalists. Marked tarot cards. Okay, marked tarot cards is very, very interesting to me from the get-go. That has kind of hooked me. And it says not just packaging, it's a secret weapon in disguise. Okay, the box must do something as well, possibly a switch. But yeah, it looks like it comes with a decent amount of props. And even this looks like an Ellusionist thing to me. Like the way that it's presented and the sort of the idea of getting a kit, right, with all this stuff in it. I don't know. Ellusionist didn't come up with that at all. Magic kits have existed for a long time, but aimed at adults and presented in this way on Kickstarter, I can kind of see where they got the inspiration for this from.
Y'all talking about ain't no ghosts out here? You're a lying motherfucker me.
I didn't really fully understand what you said. Okay, that's a very important disclaimer. Sorry, I'm going to pause the video there. What I'm sort of worried about as I look over this is there's going to be some great mentalism taught, right? Because it's Peter Turner, he's a beast at mentalism. And it's very much my style of mentalism as well. It's propless, it's psychic stuff, which you guys know that I'm really interested in. I've written a book called The Honest Psychic. I did a show called The Honest Psychic. A lot of the magic I perform in close-up and on stage kind of delves into that world of psychicness, right? But I'm always honest, always upfront with my audiences that I'm not a psychic, right? I'm not trying to mislead anyone. But the worry I have, just to go back to that, is, are people going to use this for the wrong reason? Is this a little bit problematic to, you know, because it says earlier, I think I saw a second ago, yeah, who is this kit for? Everyday people, mentalists and magicians, that's me, that's where I fall into. Elevate your readings and performances with authentic, powerful techniques. Sounds good, sounds like something I want to do. This third one, psychic enthusiasts. Who is a psychic enthusiast, if not psychics themselves? Discover proven methods straight from the experts to deepen your practice. To me, that just sounds like if you're a psychic and you want to be even more convincing, you can use this kit to do that. The last one is curious skeptics, which again, I have no issue with. But are psychics going to use this for the wrong reason? I don't know, maybe.
The highest rated downloads of all time, the fastest selling lectures, and the highest rated products. But there's one thing that every single one of those companies did whenever I worked with them on a huge project like this. They got involved in the creative process, they had their say, and for that reason, it never really felt like my own.
Wow, okay, I mean, that is funny, that is really, really funny. I can't remember exactly which kit that's from, if it's How to Read Minds 2 or How to Control Minds or something like that, but there was one effect that he's directly used a clip of there from the Ellusionist product of the spider coming out of the pen, which I could tell straight away, and I think I draw attention to it being a bit odd as an effect in the video when I talk about it. The spider coming out of the pen is just so not Peter Turner, and I think he even left a YouTube comment about it. This kind of makes it even more interesting, the fact that this is just pure Peter Turner. No other company has got involved. They're not trying to sway him, they're not trying to get him to do something he doesn't want to do. This is pretty much, by the sounds of it, exactly what Peter Turner wants to do, and he's doing it, so that's exciting.
You can't carry this weight with you because it's such a big weight and a big burden to carry.
Thank you.
Okay, I mean, obviously this is a trailer, so we're not given the full context of that performance, but that seems damn powerful, right? There's doing magic tricks, there's doing mentalism, and then there's actually bringing people to tears emotionally, which is something that I've only managed to do a few times in my magic career, but it's one hell of a moment. So if the stuff in this kit is the stuff that can do that, then great. But this kit, you're not going to be able to open it and suddenly be able to perform tricks that move people to tears, right? You're going to need to be a good performer anyway. So I don't have an issue with it being included in the trailer, because I'm sure Peter goes into a lot of detail on how to get those reactions, but maybe some people out of these 360 backers here, maybe some people are buying the kit thinking, you know, it'll immediately turn them into a fantastic performer, and that's just not the case with any kit. Nothing can do that, right? But it takes practice, it takes a lot of learning, and you know, I trust that teaching is in there. I really do.
I'll be getting performances and trying to convince psychics that I'm the real deal. In fact, the stuff inside the Psychic Survival Kit is so powerful, the only thing you'll need to convince your audience afterwards is that you're not psychic after all.
Again, is that problematic? That you could convince people you're psychic? Ugh. Don't know how I feel about that. But again, it's entirely up to the customer how they use it. So it's not Peter Turner's fault. I'm not having a go at him at all. Again, this all sounds great. I'm really, I'm struggling to find anything to criticize. Not that I'm trying to find stuff to criticize. I like to be balanced, but so far it all just does sound like good stuff, well taught, which is a nice thing. It's a refreshing thing to hear in a trailer. So by the sound of it, there are 22 of those tarot cards, which I would have preferred sort of a full deck, or at least a few more than that. But 22 cards, I think, is enough to give a convincing routine, and they are marked. Now, here's the interesting thing. If you scroll down in this Kickstarter, where is it? 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 Here we go. It shows you pretty openly the marking system, which is a very, very, again, refreshing bit of transparency. It really shows you the marking system, and it says that you can, am I seeing this right? You can read it with a QR code. I've read this a couple of times because I thought I was misreading it. It just seems so random. But instead of just reading the word that's written on the back of the card, what you can do is you can take out your phone, scan the back of the card as a QR code, and it will come up with the word on your phone. So you can just read it off your phone. To me, that just seems like a bit of a pointless gimmick, not something that I will use. If I can just read the marking, I will do that. Imagine having to take out your phone every time you want to read a marked deck and scan the back of the card. That just seems bizarre. It seems like one step too far, running before you're being chased kind of thing. But there's a lot of different things. There's an instant astrological divination device, a simple innocent looking prop that reveals anyone's astrological sign instantly and with total accuracy. No fishing, no effort, the prop does everything. Okay, I don't know what this prop is. They don't seem to be showing it. There's the survival guide, obviously, which is the book, and don't know about you, but that image of the book seems AI generated to me. Maybe I'm wrong. The box itself, 2-layer case with a secret compartment for a bulletproof Q&A. Doubles as a Q&A drop box and billet switch device. Interesting. Stealth billet book, which looks like just simply a notebook that can hold billets, which is always appreciated. Psychic velvet change bag, another prop that I'm very interested in. Again, the tarot cards, the psychic change bag, even the psychic crystals here. That sort of thing, that would be interesting to do a routine with. And the pendulum as well. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. I don't know if I'm gonna back this project, you know? I'm being tempted. Those pendulum routines are always really nice. I used to just use headphones, like just wired headphones, but you don't really come across wired headphones anymore, so I kind of stopped performing pendulum routines because of that. But if you had an actual proper, I mean, it says a weighted bottle on a fine chain, that would be a nice prop to have. Okay, so I am gonna back the kit. I am gonna get one because this is right up my street. It's my style of magic. Again, the honest psychic. It's something that I love. And I think the stuff in here, I can imagine myself doing certain routines. I'm already kind of coming up with some ideas, and I'm sure there's gonna be some great stuff taught by Peter Turner. It's hard in these trailers fully to get across what the kit is and what you're gonna learn without just sort of giving it away. So I think they've done a really, really good job of the trailer. And clearly this project has had a big budget because it looks like they've gone across the whole of America. There's a lot of performances and a lot of, almost like a road trip. I like that vibe. However, my worries are still there that some people are going to get this and use it in the wrong way and use it to basically take advantage of people and use it not for the purposes of entertainment, but for the purposes of A, boosting their own ego, and B, kind of profiting off of other people's grief, which is always something that I feel very, very weird about. That aside, I think the Psychic Survival Kit? Definitely not Ket. The Psychic Survival Kit gets a thumbs up from me, as I hope this video does from you. What a nice segue. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit the thumbs up button down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And in 1 week from the day I'm filming this, I start my Edinburgh Fringe show, The Honest Magician. So, link is in the description if you want to come along to Edinburgh, the world's biggest arts festival, see a load of magic, see me perform magic. So yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one, whatever it is. Until then, take care.
Y'all talking about ain't no ghosts out here? You're a lying motherfucker.